and several other women like her have such unreasonable beliefs about what they want in a relationship that when a guy acted like a complete automaton simp, she got into a relationship not realizing how incredibly stupid the whole thing was. And that's why she got cheated on.
Yeah, the wizard Liz got cheated on, yet I don't understand why the whole world is so shocked. Like, didn't y'all see that coming? Of course he cheats on her. The woman is perfect. The woman has it all. Like, did y'all really believe that a man is looking for a woman who has it all? Yeah, it's beautiful in the beginning. It's nice. It nourishes the soul. It feeds the ego. But once he has that, he experienced that, he'll go and look for someone else who's lower. He's gonna go and look for a woman where he can feel superior. Because men, no matter how great they are, they can never be as great as women. Because women get their strength and their high self-esteem from the inside, from the work they have put on themselves. Men can only feel that, the high self-esteem and the strength, when they feel superior next to a woman. And I'm not saying that the other woman is lower than the wizard Liz. Matter of fact, I sent her a lot of love. She's a girl's girl. She went and she told her immediately. I'm 1000% sure he was hoping or assuming that she is, and that is it. Y'all need to understand the only men who doesn't cheat on their wives are the men who fear God, and they don't do this for their wife's sake. They do this because they fear the punishment on the judgment day, and that is it. Y'all need to master living with the fact that these creatures are so weak, and women are goddesses. They have no self-control. They are so brainwashed through the centuries. They believe from the bottom of their hearts that it's by nature they deserve experiencing multiple women at once. Y'all need to understand there is no remedy.
Who hurt you? Yeah, there's no trauma there. That's incredible. Anybody have anything you want to say before you agree with her? Which part? Just specifically, go ahead, Paris. What are the things you agree with?
I agree because I genuinely think men do not like superior women for real.
Interesting. Okay.
So
Anybody else?
I agree to an extent. I've said this before on this show. One of my very strict rules when it comes to dating is I will not entertain a man who can't access his dream girl, because I think if that man hasn't experienced that, for one, you're not his dream girl. Yeah. The best case scenario is he never becomes a man who can have a dream girl, and the worst case scenario is he elevates and leaves you because you're not his dream girl.
Exactly.
Okay. Anybody else?
Women want dread.
Go ahead.
As far as this goes, whenever they talk about what she's saying, where if they can't access their dream girl, I've dated men that make less than me and it never works out.
Right, but this guy did access his dream girl, the wizard Liz, right? So,
but was she? In the sense of oh, she has it all. She's this,
hold on.
she's that.
We're gonna get there.
Right. So
we're gonna get there.
The one thing I do notice too is that there's this thing on social media where it's the traditional woman is superior and high value in this, except I never see them get rewarded. What I do see get rewarded is, the girls that maybe are looked down on in a certain way for certain reasons that I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
You can say whatever you want, girl.
Okay. Yeah, the girls that are the OF models and the girls that are retired prostitutes and the girls that do this stuff, those are the ones that end up in some of the marriages that I see so happy, because they're listen, they are being rewarded. So whenever I see the girl that's traditional and follows God and does all the things, those are the ones that end up getting cheated on. And it might not be every time, but in my experience, it's been the majority. That's at least what I'm seeing.
And they're always trying to humble those type of women.
Okay.
Yeah, they
all right.
are.
So I'm gonna disabuse you guys of something. Ready? There is no man who is intimidated by what you do for a living. We don't give a fuck. This whole thing about being intimidated and she was the perfect woman and of course he cheated. This is nonsensical cope bullshit. Okay, I'm going to explain to you exactly what happened here. Okay. She found a guy who was gaslighting the ever-living shit out of her. If you guys watch the Wizard Liz videos, this guy wrote a book about Wizard Liz. He was obsessed. He complimented her every day. Do you guys remember he was writing poetry about her? All kinds of shit. Were there no alarm bells going on here? No. What happened was he saw a woman that was very easy to gaslight, and he gaslit the shit That's why he cheated on her. It wasn't anything to do with, oh, she was perfect. No, what's happened is the wizard Liz and several other women like her have such unreasonable beliefs about what they want in a relationship that when a guy acted like a complete automaton simp, she got into a relationship not realizing how incredibly stupid the whole thing was. And that's why she got cheated on. Not because of this nonsense about, oh, only men who fear God don't cheat. Stop it. Stop it. It's ridiculous. It's insulting even listening to this nonsense. No. Again, I respect she can have her opinion, whatever. That woman is hurt. That's why she's saying this nonsense that she's saying. Are there men out there that don't cheat? Yes, there are. Somewhere. I don't know where they are, but no, I'm just kidding. No, most men don't cheat, actually. That's the funny thing. If you were to explain that to her, most men don't cheat. The real issue is the woman who was making that video, I could introduce her to 1 million men that don't cheat, and she wouldn't be interested in
one
any
of them.
Not one single one of them.
You
So the
don't
problem is men. That's the issue. The idea, dude, you guys should listen. This guy was gaslighting the shit out of Wizard Liz from the jump. It wasn't that she was perfect. It's that what happened was because she was so susceptible to this fantasy, this unrealistic fantasy about a relationship, this guy's like, okay, was she susceptible to this unrealistic fantasy? Strippers do this all the time to guys when they come into the strip club.
So she was an experiment.
Maybe she was an experiment. She kept showing that she was running the same zone defense over and over again, so he knew what play to call. That you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was the same.
was
He
easy.
understood the strategy. No offense to Wizard Liz. When women are that popular and attractive, privilege is invisible to those who have it. She has no idea how hard it is for men to date or the actual situation that most women have to deal with. She lives in some fantasy world. She expected a man to be this just incredible, write poetry and leave rose petals at my feet every single day. She believed that was the relationship. That was a realistic relationship for her. So when a man fulfilled that, even though he didn't give a about her, she accepted it openly. And then later on, people are like, well, she was perfect. She wasn't perfect. She's I listened to her. I would not want to date Wizard Liz. No offense. She's a pretty girl. But like the idea of me dealing with somebody who needs that much attention, that is crazy. There is no way I could make that work. So no, I don't agree with her at all. If that woman wants to come on here and debate me, we could do it. But that is nonsense. She got tricked because she let everybody know what her strategy was. And that's essentially what happened. So this idea that it's because she was perfect, please stop it. And ladies, please stop telling your friends that the guy broke up with you because he was intimidated by your job. Please stop giving them this stupid advice. No one is intimidated by your job. No one is intimidated by your job. I'm 100 pounds heavier than you. I'm not intimidated by shit that you do. I have a preference. I don't like pickles. I have a preference for not liking pickles. It doesn't mean I'm intimidated by pickles. As a man, if I'm screwing up, I have to fix the problem. If I don't fix the problem, it'll be there I have to take accountability because no one else is going to do it. When you have Wizard Liz or when you have this woman or when you have Chris G.Q. Perry or Justin Baldoni or Derek Jackson or Will Hitchens or these other people who just pander to women, what they're doing is hurting you by not allowing you to take accountability for the mistakes that you've made. If you are with a man who abuses you, that's terrible and you should get away from him. If it's the 4th relationship in a row and a guy's abusing you, whose fault is it now? Whose fault is it now?
100%.
But that's the problem. Not if you listen to Chris G.Q. Barry. No. It's always the man's fault. And my point is, if you are not allowing yourself to take any constructive criticism for the things that you do wrong, you're going to be stuck. And you're not going to be this pretty forever. Sorry to tell you guys this. You're not going to be this pretty forever. And when you aren't, then all of a sudden this brick wall hits you. And you come to the realization, it's like, oh, damn, these guys were just listening to my bull because they were trying to smash. Like, I really wasn't right about, dude, this one
But
girl.
the Wizard Liz, she's 23.
Yeah.
She's learning, but in the public eye, and people are trying to dunk on her because she got cheated on. But I don't think.
Oh, I'm not dunking her got cheated on. I'm dunking her because she actually believed that was what a relationship was supposed to look like.
But
That's
she's
crazy.
23. We
Yeah,
all
of
have
course.
to live through trial and error. I don't think.
Well,
I hate the word high value, but I don't think being a woman with standards. I don't think you're immune to bad treatment. I think it's how you handle that.
Sure.
And in my opinion, she handled it correctly. She's pregnant. All this, she left him.
Yeah.
She left him. She's learning. She's growing.
But honestly, Eden, I would rather listen to your advice on women than listen to hers.
Thank you.
No, I'm serious. You're honest about some of this.
you.
Even if you say stuff that's cynical, I still would rather listen to you than her. So this 23-year-old woman, a lot more women are listening to her than listening to me. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you the truth, ladies. Ready? You want to understand men? Stop listening to them and just pay attention to what they do. There you go. How about that? You ever think about that?
I say that all the time.
Listen. Don't listen. If you guys want to understand men, stop pay way more attention to what they actually do and not any attention to how you feel about it. You do that, you'll understand men. There you go, Wizard Liz. Why don't you tell them that? Nobody wants to listen to me, but they want to listen to
But to
her.
be
And she's
fair,
23 and has no idea what she's talking
It's
about.
like you said too, she has a digital footprint, which is basically a how-to guide of how to manipulate her.
Yes.
And that man did follow it.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was
Yeah.
looking for.
That's what
That's
you were
exactly
saying
right. The
earlier.
how-to
Yeah.
guide of how to manipulate her.
A lot
when
of
she started
women
describing her
always put
unrealistic
their stuff
relationship,
online.
her unrealistic relationship boundaries, what she did was give people the how-to guide on how to manipulate her. And you want to know what else you'll do? Ladies, it's when you go on a date with a guy and you keep saying over and over again how you don't sleep with a guy on the first date. You like repeat that 3 or 4 times. What do we know when you keep telling us you don't sleep with Sterling? What do we know when a woman keeps saying she doesn't sleep with a guy on the first date?
That you're thinking about it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what it means. I'll tell you what
Yeah.
it means. It means that she's done it 25 times.
Thank you.
And learned her
Thank you.
lesson.
Thank you. Thank you. You are giving the playbook for you to get dunked on. That's the reason. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, man, it's just so crazy. But anyway, sorry.
But what is the
Shout out to Titan Energy Cookie. That rant is
There
brought to you by
Brought to you by Titan Energy Cookies.
I was literally just thinking that.
I don't know.
I'm just-
I don't know. I don't know. Wizard,
I believe in myself.
Wizard Lid's kind of mid. I'm sorry to say.
No,
No, she's
pretty
very
good.
beautiful.
99.
all right.
Hold on, stop. We got to stop doing this. 99% of men will never date someone as pretty as her.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
99. So
Very
I'm not going to
beautiful.
sit here and degrade her physical appearance. She's pretty enough for this discussion. My problem is the fact that she's 23 and all of you are going to her for advice. What is wrong with you? That is madness, bro.
I
It's like the
agree.
fact. Here's the main thing I want to say. More people are listening to her than Dr. David Buss. That's my point. The end of my point. That's all. More people are listening to her for relationship advice than Stephen Stewart Williams, Gad Saad, David Buss, Jeffrey Miller combined. World's leading evolutionary psychologists. They're listening to Wizard Liz instead. That you get what you pay for.